Miss Superb 21 going once. Miss Superb 21 going twice. Miss Superb, where you based that, my queen?
I'm in CT, Connecticut.
Like looking like Pepper from Salt and Pepper. You ever get that?
Never.
Looking like Pepper. Pepper gorgeous though.
Yeah,
Pepper
no,
gorgeous.
of course.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
What is your take on this Diddy situation? Some black women feel he should go to jail for what he's done in the community, even if he's not guilty of a federal offense. I don't agree with that, but where do you stand on it?
I don't agree with it either. I think it's way bigger than what we even talking about. I think they trying to take him out because he's supporting black people. He want to see us win, and he's speaking that in the public. And he's coming out with a lot of things, black owned this, and he's very big. Everybody know Diddy. Though we've seen evidence of him doing things, nobody's perfect. He even came out and explained these things. You don't want to respect it, you want to respect it. That's your own personal opinion about it. But I feel like I could respect it because at least he not being a scaredy cat hiding and shying away from the people who've been watching him for many years and seeing the things that he's done and had a like to him as a celebrity, right? So there's no evidence. Everybody kind of need to fall back and stop with all of this extra stuff.
Burn anyway, even if he's not guilty of the interstate sex trafficking. Why do so many black women want to see him in jail anyway?
That I don't know. That's weird to me. I don't understand that. Like, you personally don't know the man, so what you so invested in wanting to see somebody go down so hard for?
Let me ask you this. Do you think, please God, do you think that some black women have been through so much with black men that they just want to see us suffer? Like, have you ever come across black women where they just want to see black men and they want us to feel what you all have felt, quite possibly at our, discretion?
Yes, I could say that because I experienced that. I got a son and his father is black. And he's done things to me that made me feel like I want to get my payback. But I'm intelligent and humble enough to understand that I'm not going to do that because I understand my history and I understand this land that I walk on every single day and what has been done right here in this place and what is continuing to be done towards my people. I don't care if you Jamaican, whatever type of black background you got. At the end of the day, we need to start supporting each other. We need to stop talking down on each other. We need to stop disrespecting each other. And and even if something like Diddy is going on, we need to stand behind, even if he's totally wrong. We need to stand behind that because who you trying to stand behind? Do you know your history? Do you know anything? Or you
at the end of the day,
because you got a social media page? I don't understand it. I stand behind my people, and don't get it wrong, because I know what you believe in and don't believe in, whatever. But I'm also not like a race. I don't have like a racist mindset though. Though I love my people, I love human beings. If you could respect me, I'ma respect you, and that's the end of the conversation.
No bunny hopping, all right? No bunny hopping.
My fiance is not black.
No, don't you say that.
That ain't got nothing.
Oh, my queen. What is his ethnicity?
My son's father is Haitian.
That's black.
But he's not my fiance.
Your fiance is what ethnicity?
Does it matter if he's not black to you?
Beat you up, I just want to.
I mean, he's not black.
What is he, woman? Is he Arab? Is he East Indian? Is he Chinese? Is he a Jew? Is he Italian? Is he Russian? Is he Anglo-Saxon? Is he Latino? What is he?
He's Caucasian, okay. and he's a wonderful person. He's a wonderful human being, and he respects everybody. Okay, he doesn't, believe it or not, a lot of these humbled white people today who are not racist, they're not even on all of that. Like, a lot of us black people.
All Caucasians are racist, my sister.
Listen,
they're not all bigots, but they are all racist.
I told his ass that, but I really don't believe.
Your fiance has used the N-word before. Probably never around you. He's used the N-word before. But all white racists.
Well, I'm not gonna say he hasn't, but it's not. He used that term with his friends and his brothers, right?
Are you comfortable with a Caucasian using the N-word at all?
Well, okay, so I'm a millennium, right? Now in today's time of my time, I was born 1992. In my time of growing up, when we use the term like nigga, right? Oh, my nigga this, my nigga that. Oh, nigga this, or like whatever. Like, okay, you like, what the fuck? Or, you know, whatever the case may be of why you're using that term. We use that term to call somebody like, oh, that nigga over there. He could be Spanish. He could be white. He could be Indian. We'll call an Indian a nigga.
So you support the normalization of the N-word?
No, I don't support the normalization of it because I know my history. And I understand that. But I also understand culture and the times and how it's moving. And I don't deny the reality of that.
So
I don't condone it.
If the times are changing.
Yeah. It's like people are not using that word to degrade you like they did in the early 1900s and later. I mean, some are, the racists will.
So what you're saying is, when Caucasians use the N-word, and let's say N-word queen, when Caucasians use the N-word, now they're using the N-word in a positive way.
No, I'm not saying, listen, I've heard him say it before, and I've heard other white people say it before. And I kind of will just tell them, like, listen.
You heard your fiance use the N-word, and how did you respond?
I told him that it's not good for you. I said, if you use that term outside, you might get knocked the fuck out. And I educate him. We talk about these things. And I educate him. He's not going to understand it from a point of view of black people. He's not black. And he gets called that by his friends. But this is what I'm trying to explain. This is like, I'm not saying that I think it's right. I'm just saying that I'm aware of that it's happening and what are the underlying reasons of why it's happening. And no, I do not think it's something that should be continued on. And I think as black people, we should continue to throw that word away because it is not a positive word at the end of the day. But we're not going to change the world in one day, right? So it's all about education and learning and understanding and moving forward towards the politics of it.
I appreciate you, my queen. Thanks for tapping in. Of
course, right. Thank you. All right.
Right. My black queens, my black queens, my black queens. It's okay for Diddy to burn, but y'all dating outside y'all race the people responsible for us being in the situation we in. It's okay for Diddy to go to jail, but y'all out here dating the CEO, colonizer, enslaver, and oppressor. Diddy's supposed to go to jail, but the people responsible for every problem black people got, y'all can live with them, sleep with them, mate with them, procreate with them, engage them, and marry them? Can we stop being hypocrites? Black queens, you know I love you. Can we stop being hypocrites? Y'all want Diddy to go down, but you will sleep with the oppressor? Y'all want Diddy to go down, but you will sleep with the slave master? Y'all want Diddy to go down, but y'all will sleep with the colonizer?
Hey, how you doing?
Where you at? What city, queen?
Jackson, Mississippi. Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi. I go to Jackson State.
Mississippi is in the building. So we got Alabama. Now we in Mississippi. What's your take on the Puff Daddy thing? Do you think he did go down because of all the sexual improprieties, or do you feel this is an act of injustice because y'all holding this man and y'all not telling the people what evidence you have against them? Where do you stand?
I'm gonna be honest. That nigga need to go. Like, it's like no shade. Like, him being a black man, like, I understand.
Protect a lot of black men. He didn't protect black men and women like when he was doing what he was doing. So we feel like in this specific situation, he needs to go to jail. Like, now, we're not saying that he just needs to go to jail, because I obviously agree. Donald Trump, who's that other one? Epstein. Yeah, they all need to be. They all need to go down. Hold on, it cut out. We couldn't hear you.
So Donald Trump and Bill Clinton were both on the Jerry Epstein freak-off plane.
I feel like
they need to go. They need to be locked up.
I think everyone who's trying to normalize.
When y'all say he needs to go, understand white men who are also guilty who are not going to jail.
And that's a problem.
Stay with me though. Why do y'all feel he should go if they're not going? Is that justice? Is that fair?
No.
Y'all break it up a little bit, ladies.
But at the same time,
if
we're
you
not going to normalize it just because he's a black, you know what I'm saying? Just because he's a black man, we're not going to look past the fact that he did what he did.
Right.
We're not going to look past the fact that he was drugging
people. He was kicking a black woman down on the ground like a football. I don't find that. I don't find that.
I agree. Not defending, but here's my question, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with what you're willing to send Puffy to jail when Donald Trump and Bill Clinton are not going to jail. Why are you willing to send one of your own to jail?
They need to go to jail.
We're saying, yeah, they need to go as well.
But Diddy still needs to be locked up.
Locked up though, but they're not going to jail. They are not locked up. They are not charged. They are not indicted.
That's a problem.
But even though they're not being indicted, it's okay for Puffy to go to jail, even though other men are not going who are guilty of things way worse.
Everybody else needs to go to jail too.
We feel all predators,
Puffy in that group.
all people that are harms to black women and children, black men, young black men, they all need to be locked up.
Pride though, but what you're saying is you don't mind Puffy going to jail without the others. In other words, you're okay with injustice.
No.
Well, you are, because you said Puffy need to go, but you know Bill Clinton and Donald Trump are not going to go, so you're okay with it.
But I'm saying they need to go too.
Being applied to black people in a way that it's not applied to white people. You're okay
with
it.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
And like, we're not okay with that.
We're not okay with none of this.
But he is a pedophile. Like he is drugging people. He is beating women. Like
right, we can't
does need to be locked up for that. I'm not saying that the other people don't need to be locked up. Like
but,
I'm advocating for them to be locked up.
Donald Trump should have been first.
Yeah, Donald Trump should have been the first person.
Should have been first.
But what,
I think a few people actually should have been first.
It's okay.
But it's like
jail even if the white guys don't go, right? It's okay for Puffy to go to jail even though
the white men need to go with them. The white men need to go.
But they're not. They haven't been charged.
And that's the problem. They need to be.
But even if they're never going to be charged, you're still okay.
So do you want us to let Diddy go just because everybody else not getting charged?
But I'm saying, if Donald Trump and Bill Clinton are never charged with being a part of the Epstein situation, allegedly, you're okay with the law being applied to black people but not to white people because you still want Puffy to go now. Am I correct?
I'm not okay with the law being applied only to black people. We feel that everybody that is involved in that disgusting, deviant behavior needs to be held accountable.
I want you to answer my question. My beautiful African queen, what up, God? Do you want Puffy to go now, whether or not Bill and Donald are with him? That is the question.
We're not getting no younger. Somebody gotta go.
We feel
yes or
pedophiles need to go.
Yes or no? Do you want
Puffy? No question though. It's more of a elaborative question.
Because there's
because what? Yeah, listen to me, queens, and I'm gonna let you respond. Get at is we as black people have to be careful about supporting the law being unjustifiably and disproportionately applied to us and not other people for the same crime. We should never support that. If you follow where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Say I want Puffy to go to jail when I know there's other men out here who've done as much or worse who will never go to jail, then that means I support the disproportionality and the unfair prosecution of black people when they're not doing the same thing to white people.
Okay. I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. It's just I can't say that I'm okay with him, with Diddy himself. Not the black people, not black men, but I'm not okay with Diddy himself being out and able to get to other people and still be able to do what he does.
You not liking Diddy, does that mean he should go to jail?
No,
he should be.
I mean, it's no personal thing against Diddy. Like Diddy's Diddy, you know.
No. Personal or not. Listen to what I'm saying. Because you have a problem with Diddy and he's done wrong things that we all have a problem with. You don't have a problem with him being convicted of a federal crime and going to jail quite possibly for most of the remainder of his natural life. You're okay with that. You don't mind the feds taking him down for you.
I mean, I feel like when I saw that elevator video,
it made me sick.
I was like, he might need to
Okay.
be put. He might
Because
need to be put
I'm
away.
also thinking about his black victims. Like,
Wait, you don't know any black man that has ever put his hand on a black woman
They need to
before,
be
true or false?
locked up
that's,
too, though.
yeah,
I'm not
like, I
discriminating
don't
No,
against
support the
that.
violence of,
answer
I don't
my
support
question.
violence of black people.
No, listen, ladies. My
Okay.
Mississippi.
Okay.
Do you know a friend, brother, cousin, classmate, coworker who has put his hands on a black woman before?
We might.
No, I don't play
Okay.
that type of shit.
Did,
We might.
I don't play that type of shit.
did he go to jail? And if he didn't go to jail, why you want Puffy to go for putting his hands on Cassie, but you know men who beat on women and you never called the police on them?
I mean,
We don't know.
I don't know. Like
So,
People don't just come out and say, "Oh yeah, we beat the."
anybody who put their hands on women around me get they like. It don't be. It don't be nothing sweet after that. So
you called the police then? Where Law Daddy at? I'm gonna say Law Doctor. I don't like to call men daddy. Where the Law Doctor at? Where the Law Doctor at? Where you at, King? What's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, Doc?
Okay.
How you doing, man?
Where you at in the world? What city?
Arlington, Texas, man.
Arlington,
But I'm
Texas.
from
Yes,
South
sir.
Central LA.
South Central LA in the building. What's your take on this Puff Daddy thing, my brother? Some sisters say even if he's innocent of the Fed charges, he should go to jail for what he did to Cassie and beyond. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree with that, man. As an attorney, I mean, the charges at hand, if he's found not guilty, you got to free the man. Unfortunately, with the Cassie thing, that was pretty funny style because, I mean, unfortunately, the statute of limitations ran, so can't really bring that forward. But that just kind of shows you there was some kind of ill intent because they held on to that footage for a long time.
Yes.
That was sketchy.
Because that was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah. Now, as far as the charges, I mean, because I got the indictment right here in front of me, Doc, as I was watching you live.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, they're saying here, as far as the criminal enterprise, he created a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Now,
they
I don't know
any evidence of them charges. And as a lawyer, should there be evidence in that indictment or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
So it don't have to be there.
No, you're going to get that. The public, will be privy to that at trial.
Okay.
The only people
only
typically
at trial.
Yes.
And
why
did they seal his indictment?
Well, that's typically because usually high profile cases, but it's not sealed because I'm looking at it right here. The indictment's not. Now, I'm interested to know, and it's probably, TMZ, they know people. I don't know who got those pictures of all the baby oil. I'm sure a lot of people seen all the baby oil in the that's evidence. I don't know who got that, but TMZ, they probably work hand in hand with the government. You never know. But typically during the pretrial phase, the only people privy to it is the defense attorney and Diddy, of course, and the state, or excuse me.
So they know the evidence right now against them. His legal team, they know.
Oh yeah, they know.
But we won't see it until the trial.
Correct.
Now let me ask you this from an attorney perspective. Federal trials don't allow video. So how do you think that helps or hurts Puff's chances? In other words, O.J. Simpson, we was in the courtroom with him by television. Right. You feel me? Do you think the fact that the feds don't allow video camera and media in the courtroom, does that help or hurt Puff's chances of getting free?
I don't think it'll help or hurt. I think that would only help him in the court of public opinion because it's up to the jury. It's up to those 12 jurors and what they think at the end of the day.
Might have a little bit more. They may have less pressure since. Yeah. Okay.
Now,
so it could be a good thing.
Yeah, that would be a good thing, pretty much. He doesn't have to deal with the public opinion. But the thing is, we would just hope that there are honest journalists in there that are reporting what's going on.
We at the mercy of the journalists because the journalists are still allowed in there, although the cameras are not.
Yeah. Now the judge can be shady and just completely seal the whole court off under certain circumstances, typically with the high-profile cases. But I think there will be media in there. There just won't be video. But there'll be journalists, I'm sure, and they're taking notes, and they'll come out and they'll give their notes on what was said. And I think this is where we want to tap into our Black journalists, and hope they have the integrity to really tell us what's going on in there. And, we'll just have to see what happens, man. But, Doc, the feds, man, I mean, they really don't lose when they go to trial. You know, they
I
spend
know,
years.
but they got a 99% conviction rate.
Yeah, man. They typically only do deals. That's about it. Dudes don't try to go to trial because more often than not, almost every time there are undercover agents and or confidential informants. There might have been undercover agents at the freak offs that didn't even know. They might have just been in the midst of it and they taping everything. You know what I'm saying? And they were saying, I was looking at the indictment, but I didn't see nothing in there. But typically they got video, they gonna have his text messages, they gonna have everything, man. And you know, sometimes they'll sit on that stuff for years. So when they bring forward the case to you, your attorney's gonna tell you, man, we need to work a deal out.
Now, what do you make about the media lynching part of this? Because he's being accused of the racketeering, the interstate sex trafficking, you know, the criminal conspiracy. But all the media keeps showing us is the Cassie video and 1,000 bottles of baby oil. What do you make of how, like, if he's accused of this, why y'all keep showing us that? What do you make of that?
I think that's a hit job, Doc. That's a hit job, man. You know how they do the brothers, man. That's a hit job. You know, and I don't know, and I was commenting on it while you're doing your live, but I know you see a lot of different comments. But, you know, unfortunately, man, a lot of these entertainers and athletes, they go under the tutelage, a lot of these deviant Hollywood white folks, and they start indulging in the same things like Weinstein and
thinking they're going to get away with it.
Man, you forget that you ain't got the complexion for the protection. Rest in peace,
Wow.
Paul Mooney. That was his line.
Wow.
But, yeah, you know, and, you know, the chickens to come home to roost, man. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but I mean, all in all, if Diddy is found not guilty, free the man,
Right.
you know? And I mean, at the end of the day, his karma or however God chooses to deal with him, that's how it's going to get dealt with. But as an attorney, we got to let the system play a part. And since we talking about that, I just want to chime in one more thing, Doc. You know, like how we always say, you know, Black folks get railroaded in the criminal justice system. I want to say as an attorney, especially in the state of Texas, where they don't mess around, we, especially in Dallas, like we will have large jury pools with majority Black folks, but a lot of Black folks always try to find an excuse to get out of jury duty. We have to
Y'all
participate
heard
in
that?
jury
Y'all heard
duty.
that? You got to sign
Man,
up for jury duty.
you have to. And, I mean, you don't sign up,
Right.
you know, to get the summons, but
you get
you know
that
what?
letter.
Yeah, and when you get there, don't make an excuse to get off the panel. You know, like try to get on the panel. You know, people say, I got kids, I got to go to work. They'll make up anything. And the judge always said, will that affect your ability to be, you know, fair and impartial? They'd be like, yeah, it's going to affect it. Because they know at that point, once you tell them you're going to be biased, they just going to they're going to strike you. So we got to participate in the jury process. I know it sucks sometimes, but if you want to see better justice, you need to go ahead and try to get on that panel, participate. I promise you. Like, I think we can turn the tide like that.
Wow.
Yeah, Doc. I appreciate
man.
it.
That was a lot of good education too, bro. Appreciate you,
man. Yeah, I'm gonna try
love.
to get my podcast going, Doc. I want to try to get you on one day,
Let me
man.
know. I'm ready. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, man.
King. Be
Much
safe,
love,
brother. One
yes,
love.
Sir. All
yes,
right.
Sir. That was a strong brother right there. Strong brother. And y'all need to watch them disrespectful comments too. Y'all a little too messy on here. A little too messy on here.
You shot my parcel, backing up, just grabbing my potato. Hey, Dr.UMAR, I'm at work, but I'm stepping
Where you
out.
at? Queen? What city?
Hey, I'm in Auburn, Alabama.
Auburn, Alabama. What is your take on the Sean Puffy Combs situation? Where you stand on this? Are you with the people who say let him go to jail because he was a sexual deviant? Or do you stand for justice and say you should not be getting prosecuted unless you broke a crime? Or do you think he should go to jail regardless because some people feel he's not a good individual? Where do you stand on the Puffy thing?
Okay, Dr.UMAR, first of all, I want to say thank you for accepting my request. Been following you for a long time.
Thank
And
you, my
I also want to say I feel like they been knew what he was doing. Of course, it's wrong what he was doing, but I feel like because he wanted to own what is rightfully his, then they started bringing out stuff. Because I've been following the Illuminati stuff for about 5 years since I knew how to work a computer. So I already know how crooked they are. So I feel like they been knew what he was doing, but they just want to do that because he's trying to own his stuff.
Well
I'm sorry,
said.
I'm at work. That's why I'm a little discombobulated, but I know I wanted to get on here and say they been knew what he was doing. They just doing that because he want to own his stuff and he want what's rightfully his and clone his money.
I appreciate that. Let me ask you a question. Auburn, Alabama is closest to what major city? Tuskegee, Montgomery,
Yes, it's like Central Alabama. I wrote you about 1 month ago. I came to your thing in Huntsville like 2, 3 months ago. I wrote you a few
Okay,
weeks ago.
there you Huntsville.
No, but I just came there to see you. I live in Alexander City, Alabama. It's close to Auburn, Alabama, Tuskegee, Alabama, everywhere really.
I was asking because I want to come back to Alabama and speak to the people. We need to find a location. If you can find a church or community center or somewhere, I'm ready to come back and talk to the
I
people.
think you should do it in Tuskegee, Alabama, and they will let you use the high school.
Okay. I'm going to look into that. I appreciate you for tapping in, my queen. Stay beautiful and be safe.
Thank you, Dr.UMAR. I love y'all.
What's going on, brother? Dr.UMAR, what's going on with you, brother?
Dog, where you at?
I'm in Birmingham, Alabama currently right now, brother.
Man, we got 2 Alabamas in a row. We just had the Alabama queen. Now we got the Alabama king. Talk to me, King, about this Puff Daddy.
Well, with the Puff Daddy situation, man, here's the thing. He's blessed so many people, made a lot of people rich, changed so many lives. I don't think nothing that he's doing is out of the category for people in the entertainment industry, because it's a lot of rich men flying people out to have intercourse on the regular. So if that's the case, then a lot of people just need to go down. Because if you're rich, of course you're flying people out. Of course, if you want to be a freak and have a party, you can have it because you have the money to do these things. No one is making, I don't think no one made anybody do these things. But of course, we know a money play when we see it, and people gonna try to jump on the money play. And also, I think all this is coming down on him because of the other things. I don't know if you know, but about some months ago, before it really hit the fan, before everything went crazy, he came up with the black market, like the black market digital thing, where he was trying to get all the black creators and business owners in one place.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So you have that. Then you have him pissing off the alcohol people with DeLeon.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So
the
once you step on these,
the little political party he put together to undermine Trump.
Right. Come on. So when you start stepping on these people's toes, these people are billionaires. They have resources. They have resources, and they have people that's with them as well. You understand what I'm saying? So when these people are now, don't get me now. Let me say this. I don't want nobody to get this confused. Don't get me.
We simply saying that where is the evidence of a federal crime? That's all we saying.
That's what we saying. That's you took the words out of my mouth.
Where is the evidence of a federal crime? And if y'all bringing him down for interstate sex, what about all the people who was with Jerry Epstein? We ain't seen them. Whatever happened to Bill Clinton? He was on that plane. Donald Trump was on that plane.
Right.
Look at all the people on the Jerry Epstein plane. They ain't been prosecuted yet. So like you said, is this about stopping a problem or trying to destroy a man? Which one is it? Is it about
destroying the man, Dr.UMAR? It's about destroying the man. It's definitely about destroying the man. What else do you get out of it?
Thank you.
You know, at the end of the day, as I said, let's think about the people, how many lives he's changed. And then, you know, the thing that pisses me off, there's people that seen these people be around and do these things, right? Whether they felt like he was in the wrong or in the right. So why are we not speaking about these people? Why these people ain't come forward if he is such a wrong? You did what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you have to understand, not you, because you have great discernment and understand. Not you. I'm just talking in general. People have to understand, as a black man, when you get too powerful and you get to a certain level and you have the money to match that level, you will make our white counterparts filthy. Because you can organize, which is the thing they hate the most.
And you can finance your own movement.
The thing they hate the most. So when we get down to the tip of, that's what I feel like all this is about, because everybody know what Diddy been doing. I'm in the entertainment industry, along with several people that I know. I'm not saying nothing to anything, you know, allegedly what happened, but I'm saying everybody knows how this man gets down and what he like. He like it. This ain't nothing new.
I got you, brother.
what I'm saying? So this ain't nothing new. A lot of people know what's going on and what's been going on. So as you said, stated with Epstein, you know, and so many others.
Thanks for tapping in. I appreciate that. Shout out to Alabama.
For
One
sure,
love, y'all. Love for Alabama family.
For sure. Let's get you in Birmingham, Umar. You need to come to Birmingham.
Let's do it.
DM me. I can help set it up, brother.
Set it up.
So DM me. Done.
I'm set it up.
Right. When you get off, DM me and let's set it up.
Yes, sir. Let's do it, King.
All right, brother.
All right, brother, be safe. Here you go. Hi, Sister Marie Jamila. Where you based at, Queen? What city?
Hey, I'm in Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia. What is your opinion on the Puffy thing? I just spoke to two young, beautiful sisters in Mississippi. They said Puffy has to go. I asked them because he beat up Cassie. I asked him, did y'all know of any men who ever put their hands on women before? And did you call the police on them? They really couldn't give me a straight answer. I just kind of feel like, my queen, sometimes we practice selective morality. We want celebrities to be held accountable, but we don't hold the people in our own life accountable for the things that they do. But what is your situation? Do you agree with the two young sisters from Mississippi that he should go to jail because he's done some wrong things? Or do you stand with those of us who say if he ain't guilty of a federal crime, he has no jail? Where do you stand?
Oh, honestly, I think I have to agree with them, mostly because, like, he did wrong. He needs to do the time. I know, like, a lot of people in Hollywood are doing stuff like that, and they get away with it, especially white men. That's been going on since, like, the beginning of time, we know. But and it's unfortunate that it happened to him and he got caught specifically, but it's so pervasive, and he has to go down for it. Like, he got to do
this. Just respect your position, obviously, my beautiful African sister. So if I'm hearing you correctly, even though sex trafficking, the government is complicit in it, it's been proven that the courts are complicit in sex trafficking, that black teenage girls are the most likely to be sexually trafficked. And even though we haven't heard any evidence that Sean Puffy Combs engaged in the sexual trafficking of minors, you still believe he should go down for the problem, even though the problem itself will remain?
Well, he's part of the equation in the problem, and we have some documented evidence already. There's been lawsuit victims who have come out. And
can you give me the name of a victim who said she was sexually trafficked across state lines by Sean Puffy Combs?
We don't know any specifically, but I'm talking about just the abuse.
That's what he's being charged with, though, Queen. He's being charged with interstate sex trafficking.
There could be some people that come out and we don't know about it yet.
But
the public
will go to jail even though we don't have the evidence.
There could be some evidence. Honestly, I feel like.
But you don't mind him going to jail before the evidence?
I don't think. Well, they already have something on him. If
what
they
have on him, tell me.
They have something on him that we don't know.
Do you see what you're doing, my queen?
Oh my.
You're going along with the narrative.
No, I'm not. I mean, it's already accounted for.
The media control your opinions.
What was that?
The media dictating the way you see this case.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I don't.
And so even though sexual trafficking will remain an issue, and even though we've seen no evidence that he sexually trafficked anybody, you think he's guilty?
I do, because just because there is no concrete evidence right now, that doesn't mean they might not find anything. And the other things that he's been charged for, there's evidence for that. And I think something's going to come out just because the public doesn't know it yet.
Okay. Thank you for that opinion, my queen. I hope to see you in Atlanta one day.
Thanks.
I'm disappointed in my sisters. It just seems like y'all don't are y'all seeing the legal ramifications of this? She said he can go to jail even without the evidence. It sounds like y'all want him in jail for having freak-offs. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like y'all want him to go down for freak-offs. The other two sisters said he should go down, right? Even though Donald Trump and Bill Clinton did it and they not being prosecuted, it don't matter. Still prosecute Puff. I don't know, black women. It almost seems like y'all don't mind black men being taken down unjustifiably. The question is, did he break a law? The question is, did Sean Puffy Combs break a law? Did he break a law? Don't tell me to stop it, baby, because I will block you. Don't do that. Okay. Nyliana going once. Nyliana going twice. It sounds like black women want him to go to jail because. How are you, Queen?
Good. How are you
I'm well.
doing?
Where are you based at, my queen? What
Ohio.
part? What city?
Columbus.
Columbus, Ohio. I ain't been there in about 10
10
years. What is your
years.
Puffy? Just to give you a quick summary, I had two sisters who said he should go to jail. I asked them, is that fair? Even though there's white men who do what Puffy do all the time, they will never be prosecuted. They said he should still go. We need him out of here. I said, do you think it is a good thing for the black community to depend on the federal government to destroy our people because we disagree with them? They think it was okay. The last sister couldn't name anybody who was sexually trafficked. The last sister, she couldn't name, any evidence that they have on Puffy's being accused of sexual trafficking, but she still feels he should go to jail because she says they will come up with the evidence. Where do you stand on this?
I think evidence definitely is a big part. So, and I also understand like the injustice stuff that we've been through in America, just as like African Americans in general. So when you were mentioning how 246 like years we've been going through this, and like how is the criminal putting like other people in jails? I definitely do like agree with that. Like, but at the same time, I can see like both sides. Just like growing up, like without any evidence, like you hear stuff about Diddy in general. But sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sorry. But do I agree with somebody going to jail just based off of no evidence? No. But um but also I have to say like I haven't like researched
I understand.
enough. So
It's my thing, Queen, and give me your response. My thing is this. If the government can get black people to publicly say, you can get rid of him, we don't want him. If the government can start doing that, there is no limit to who they can destroy or incarcerate, because what's happening is the black community is
mhm,
canceling people. And when
mhm,
we cancel them, we're telling the government, because we cancel Puffy, you can now take him, charge
yeah,
him illegally, prosecute him illegally, and put him in jail for anything you want because black people no longer want him. I think
mhm,
that is a dangerous precedent. You're,
yeah, yeah, that is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. I agree. Like just but like of course like if I'm not like so focused on just like my identity, and if I was just like, oh, I'm a woman, okay, like I understand, but also like I'm African American. I know what we've been through. I know what black men go through at the same time. So I can get, like I said, I get both sides, and that is definitely dangerous. So I don't agree with somebody going to jail with no evidence at all.
people are saying in the comments, Queen, because they don't understand. We so emotional and we don't know how to calm down and think clearly. What the media is doing, and they're doing a good job of it, and we're doing it too. We're guilty too. We're convoluting his character with whether he committed the crime of interstate sex trafficking. Are you following
Yeah.
me? All
Yeah.
are saying he should go to jail who don't have any evidence because we haven't been given any evidence, but they still
Mhm.
say he should go to jail for a charge he hasn't been proven enough. They saying he should
Yeah.
go to jail for a charge he hasn't been proven. That means you believe the freak offs. His character is enough to convict him.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what the U.S. government has been doing to black men
Yeah.
since we were getting convicted, lynched, and hanged because we were black,
Yeah.
because of our presumed character. And so, what I'm saying to Black America, we better stop and take a look at how the government is manipulating our emotions into helping them destroy our
Yeah.
people, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. Even with Emmett Till, just go,
Yes,
just like going based off of like what other people are
yes.
saying, then they end
Yeah,
up,
that's
yeah, I agree.
on the Cassie
And I
video. They keep
I'm sorry. I don't want to compare Emmett Till to P Diddy. I don't want
right,
people to run with that. But still,
and we're not. But they keep showing us the Cassie video.
yeah.
He's not accused of a crime with Cassie, but he's accused of interstate sex trafficking.
Oh,
But every time the news come on, they're showing you dragging her down the hall. He's not charged with that. Where is the evidence for what he is being charged
charged.
with? They're
Yeah,
using emotion.
yeah,
They want America to cancel the man so they can destroy the man. And black people are all up in their emotions over his character. And they're not
yeah,
dealing with the fact that the crimes he's being charged with, we have yet to see any evidence.
yeah,
Thank you for tapping in, my sister.
yeah.
Thank you for
Wait,
tapping
one question.
in.
One
Sure.
question. And people were saying I'm Blasian. I'm not Blasian. I'm black.
She's
I
fully African. She is not Blasian.
yeah.
Cut
Sorry
it.
about the hair.
She's
I just got weed for the
not an
first time.
almond queen. Leave her
Hmm.
alone. Go ahead.
But I saw you did like another live thing, and you were talking about how you're gonna be flying, not for me, but for my mom. You're gonna be flying people out to
Oh,
date you.
yes, the Date with the Doctor podcast is coming soon.
Okay.
So tell your
Okay. I
mama
want.
to come on out for the date.
Okay. She has locks and everything. She's
Okay.
natural.
Glad
Yeah.
to hear that, my queen. Thanks for
All
tapping in, love.
right. Bye. Thank you.
Bro. Did the man break a federal crime? NB Nappy going once. NB Nappy going twice. NB Nappy, where you at, King?
How you doing? I'm from Jersey.
Jersey. What part of Jersey?
Carteret. It's like
Brother, what
20
is
minutes.
Diddy situation? A lot of the sisters are saying he need to go to jail for being a despicable person. I don't agree with that. If you're being charged with a federal crime, you need to be guilty of a federal offense. I do not believe we should be supporting people being convicted over crimes that had. I don't believe we should support people being convicted of crimes that they are innocent of because they are guilty of other offenses against the community.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you?
Nah, I agree. I agree with the entire thing. I was kind of more like.
I need to see you. Where you at? You hiding? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was kind of like really confused on like why people are so like not worked up about it, but like why do we like make such a big deal about celebrities when it doesn't have kind of much to do with us? Like, I was kind of really confused about that.
Wait, my brother, because what they do to the big ones, they can easily do to the small.
Mm.
So I pay attention to the Bill Cosby, the Sean Combs. If they can do it to this, do it to God.
I see what you're saying. Oh, I had a question real quick. I go to Howard. You came once. Do you know if you ever coming back?
I will be at Howard for the homecoming. It's going to be a comedy and consciousness show on the 17th, I think. I think it's the Thursday before homecoming. I will be hosting a comedy and consciousness event.
All right, bet. I got you. All right, thank you so much. Though. That's all I really had to say.
Be safe.
All right, you too.
This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism. How do you feel about Puff Daddy? We going live. A lot of black women say he should go to jail even if he's not guilty because of what he's done in these streets. Do you agree with the black women who believe Sean Puffy Combs should go to jail even if he's not guilty of a federal crime because of what he has done in these streets? Do you agree or disagree? Illustrious going once. Illustrious going twice. Sister Illustrious, where you at?
Hey, I'm in Texarkana, Texas.
What city was that?
Texarkana, Texas.
Anna, how you doing there, beautiful?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. The question of the day, my queen. Some black people believe even if Puffy is innocent of a federal charge, he should still go to jail for the things he has done in these streets. Do you agree that it's okay to lock somebody up for a crime they didn't commit because they did do other things in the community that we don't support? Where do you stand on this? Should Puffy go to jail just because he's Puffy, or should he be released if he's not guilty of interstate sex trafficking?
He should be released if he's not guilty of interstate sex trafficking. It's not a crime to be a freak.
That's right.
It's not a crime. There's no reason that he should be. I mean, so when did it become illegal for me to have 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube? Like, I'm a freak. I like to have fun.
That's right.
He should not be locked up behind that. You go to these judges and doctors and lawyers, they go to kink parties. You ever go to kink.com? I mean, I'm just kind of putting it out there, but you go to kink.com, you see them all at these little underground parties, but you don't see them being tried for sex trafficking.
That's right. That's right. Why do you think black women want him in jail even if he's not guilty of a federal crime?
People just jumping on that little train. They're jumping on the train. You know, like, my thing is, I don't condone what happened with him and Cassie.
Neither do
but
I.
I believe Cassie sold her soul, don't get me wrong, to a certain degree. I really do. She knew what she was getting into, but she didn't deserve what she went through either. But that's the kind of price you pay when you want to be in that life, you know, and it's not right. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, Queen. You good.
But I'm just saying, like, nobody
Why you
knows.
keep turning that light off?
No, I'm in my house and it's dark in my house. Let me go on my porch so you can see me. I keep it dark. I'm like a vampire.
All right.
Okay. Sorry about that.
We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. Go ahead, Queen.
But people, they want to jump on the train. You know, you just hearing what people, these are allegations. At the end of the day, they're allegations. You are innocent until proven guilty. And when none of this stuff came out until everybody started saying, oh, well, Cassie got a settlement. Now we got problems with Diddy. You know, and to me, I think Diddy is the fall guy for somebody even bigger in the system. I really do. I think they just want to lock up our black men. Bill Cosby. They didn't have a problem with Bill Cosby until he was getting ready to buy Peacock.
That's right.
Now all of a sudden he's a predator. He's this, he's that. You know, like, it's crazy. I could go on and on.
But how far are you from Dallas?
I am 2 hours from Dallas.
Okay, I'm speaking in Dallas on October the 12th. There's a big event for the black contractors there. Is open to the public. I'm going to post the information on my page, though.
Please do. I'm going to come see you.
Hey, gorgeous. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
All right. Thank
Mom.
you. Bye.
Okay. We must stay focused, African males. We must stay focused. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr.UMAR Ifa Tunde. We tapping in with everybody. We going live on a Diddy situation. Do you believe Sean Puffy Combs should go to jail for past deeds, even if he's not guilty of a federal crime? Should Sean Puffy Combs go to jail for past deeds, even if he's not guilty of a federal crime? That's the question, family. Queen BB going twice. Queen BB going 3 times. Where you at, Queen BB? You tapping in or not?
Hey, how you doing, Dr.
All
Omar?
right, Queen.
How you doing today?
All right. Face that, Queen BB.
You said what?
Where you city? Where you at?
Oh, Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan. I'll be up in Lansing in a couple weeks. What is your Puff Daddy situation? Some black women feel like he should go to jail even if he's innocent of the federal crime because of other things he's done in the community. What do you believe?
I don't believe none of it, though, honestly. I really don't. I think it's way bigger than what we really seeing today. I really don't believe nothing because the videos, like, I feel like they've been just sitting on these videos to wait to something like this to happen. I don't believe none of it. Because if y'all gonna prosecute him, y'all need to prosecute everybody else that from way back when I was born to anybody. So if y'all gonna prosecute him, everybody need to go down.
Around in the field. I'm gonna be out here for a while.
Okay, go.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, not tonight. Yeah, I'm just getting some work done on the school. Take my number. Where your phone at? Take my number. Go ahead. BB.
Yeah, but that's just the way I feel about it. I'm not really into like celebrity lives or anything like that, but I just feel like that if he goes down, everybody needs to go down. Everybody know that Diddy been freaky for years, so it's nothing new. But for y'all to just try to prosecute him over baby oil,
Right.
like you
You
gotta
got,
come out
like
something
you
bigger
said,
than that.
got a whole community of freaks in Hollywood.
That's what I'm
And
saying. Like what?
out. What's the name?
It's
Gotcha.
crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy to me.
if I can lock you.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. All right, Queen. Absolutely, Sister BB. Because for me, like you said, baby oil is not a federal crime. Having a house is not a federal crime if you own them.
Right.
You know, Cassie, that was wrong. But he's not accused of beating Cassie. Keep on seeing idiot comments. So the video of him beating Cassie. He's not being charged with beating on Cassie. It got nothing to do with this federal arrest. It has nothing to do with it. He's being charged with state sex trafficking. That is the charge. Not domestic.
Sex trafficking?
Yes. Yeah. It ain't got nothing to do with Cassie. Nothing. Yes. Yes. State sex trafficking is the charge. And I'm saying if we ain't got no evidence, let him go.
So
But people,
they don't have any evidence for the sex trafficking?
not that we've seen. They say they do, but they won't
So
release
why
it.
they ain't put that out there yet there?
Because it's weak. And they needed him off the streets during the election season because they know he will campaign Kamala Harris. And I don't support Kamala Harris, but Puffy is a big-time Democratic supporter. And Donald Trump's army, his judges, needed Puffy off the streets so he couldn't help Kamala Harris get them New York City
So
votes.
you saying Donald Trump put him like have
Well,
something to do with why he in prison?
maybe not Trump himself, but the Republican power structure. You know, a lot of them judges, they Republicans. They Republicans. They Puffy to be able to influence the election by getting Kamala Harris votes in New York City, which is the largest city in America. Think about that now. Puffy has a lot of America. That's why he's locked up. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else.
Yeah, that. So when is he going back to court? You know?
I didn't read today. He tried to get back out. They said no. So when his court date is. But
how do you feel about a lot of people saying like his kids had something to do with a lot of the sex parties, the sex dungeons, and
sons did, but I gotta see the evidence though.
okay, baby.
The evidence.
Go.
Thank
you. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Real clutch going once. The real clutch going twice. The real clutch. Real clutch. Where you at?
Ooh, what's going on with you?
Prince, where you at? What city?
I'm in Georgia, Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia. What's your take on this Diddy situation? Do you think he should go to jail for past deeds, or should he only go to jail if he's guilty of a federal crime? Why do you feel black women still want him to go to jail even if he's not guilty of a federal crime?
If they don't have any concrete evidence on Diddy, they're not presenting that, sir. So with that being said, that right there alone lets me know that it's a hidden agenda behind all this stuff. So what I think is, I think that they need to present the evidence, you know what I'm saying, and then, you know what I'm saying, everything from that point on can be held correctly. Because we all know that the system and the judicial system, all that is corrupted to their, you know what I'm saying, advantage. So us as people, seeing what's going on, we let all this social media and everything else affect our real outlook on society and what's going on. Therefore, we are blind and we always going with these opinions and this other stuff with waves and stuff. That's what black people do. We go for all these waves and stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that they just need to present the evidence and all this other stuff they're doing, you know, these memes and stuff about this. Like, what's really going on? You know what I mean? If he is accountable, he's accountable. But that don't add on to what we doing as black people as one. You know? What's going on?
Right. That's right. Thanks for telling me. Queen, that was strong. King, that was strong, King. Appreciate you, brother.
For sure.
Love. I agree with my brother, real clutch. Let me go to another sister. Where my sisters at? Where my 5-5 thick in the thigh, butter, almond, chocolate, fudge, pistachio, caramel, walnut, almond butter, shea butter queens? Where y'all at? I got to tap into a queen next.
Hey.
Hey, gorgeous. Where you at? What city you in right now?
I'm in Atlanta.
ATL. What is your take on the Diddy situation, Sister Kitty? They saying some black women say that even if he's not guilty of a federal crime, he should go to jail for his past misdeeds. Where do you stand?
I feel like he not innocent, but he also not as guilty as they trying to make it seem either. Like, I feel like it's a lot deeper than what we actually think it is. And I think it's like a huge conspiracy going on behind this.
So,
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
so do I.
Stop.
Why do you think the black community is so quick to take down their own in the public eye, bro? We have no discretion when we attack each other. I can't remember the last time I attacked a Mexican online. A celebrity, a prominent. I can't remember the last time.
Listen, I wonder the same thing. I have no idea. It's like all the time, and it's an ongoing thing in our community where it's like we constantly trying to tear each other down, constantly trying to come for each other. It's like once a person reach a certain amount of success, it's our own people just tearing each other down. And I feel like it's deeply rooted, I feel like, and it's just systematic. It's deeply rooted. It comes from a long line of us just being misled to just be against each other. And instead of just going for each other and sticking up for each other, it's just constant bashing and just hate on each other instead of the opposition.
I
Yeah.
got you. Thank you for tapping in, Queen. I appreciate
Thank you.
that.
I
All
love
right, Mom. I love you
you.
too, Queen. Be blessed,
You
baby.
too.
All right. Who tapping in? Who tapping in? 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Some of y'all freakier than Puffy. Some of y'all freakier than Puffy. Some of y'all freakier than Puffy. C, what is your take on Puff Daddy? Some sisters say he should go to jail even if he's innocent of a federal crime because of his misdeeds in the past. Do you agree with that, or do you think he should be set free if he's not guilty of a federal crime?
I think that they got a lot of they found a lot of evidence on him. I just feel like what's done in the dark will come to the light. It's bigger than a lot of things we're looking at right now. They're saying he's probably involved with Tupac situation. I feel like money can't always save you, but I also feel like, you know, it's just so much that we don't know. You know, he's not innocent, but also, you know, he's done a lot of things, I believe, and we got to look at, you know, not just normal people like celebrities, you know, children. I feel like it is different, like with the R. Kelly situation, how they do our people and do us. But I mean, I just feel like it just has to unwrap itself because a lot of people are starting to come out. A lot of people who look like us.
Oh, my queen, and I understand what you're saying. My initial question, I want you to answer that question. If there is no evidence or weak evidence of a federal charge, do you still think he should go to jail for his past misdeeds? Yes or no?
No, absolutely not. But I know for a fact they found lots of evidence. There's tapes. It's more than just baby oil they found.
How do you know? How do you know this?
Because I listen to the radio
But
every morning when I take my kids to school.
Evidence, though, Queen. They haven't given us any evidence of sex trafficking. They told us about baby oil. They told us about guns.
A few people was coming forward, celebrities, but he paid them off to be quiet. A couple of people was coming forward before it all blew up, and before he even got arrested. There were people starting to try to open up, but you know he got money, so I feel like a lot of things is gonna start coming out. I don't think I know. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's innocent, but we just gonna see because I feel like if they didn't have enough, they would have probably tried to let him out on the deal that he's trying to. But if they don't have evidence, of course, he should be free. I feel like, but I believe there's too much. They have too much strong information to just let him go. They got a lot of stuff, you know, and it took them time to get this stuff. And I feel like with P Diddy,
you know, because they were talking about this since the beginning of 2024. So I feel like if you wanted to change anything, you know, you could have started changing things, you know, your house in Miami, LA, and simmering it down, or getting rid of stuff and trying to change as a man. But you know, now that you got everything rated, it's like they finding all this stuff. They're even surprised, like, oh wow, you know, 800 dildos, baby oil. That's just the minor beginning stuff. Like the photos, the blackmail. It's so deep, underage, from Usher to Justin Bieber when they were kids. Like it's so deep, and I just feel like
federal charge though. He's not being charged with, you know, doing anything with underage. That's not one of the charges. The charge is
right.
state sex trafficking.
Right, but with the even with the sex trafficking, I feel like they may have more receipts on that because what's her Young Miami was saying stuff and trying to cover. It's a lot of other stuff. Cash people was coming out, women who were involved supposedly in that. So I don't. I mean, I ain't gonna say he's innocent or they may have enough or not enough information. But if they don't have enough information to prosecute him, I absolutely think he should be free. Absolutely, to answer that question.
Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that.
All right.
All right, Mom. I know the media controls a lot of black people's minds, boy. The media is something. Where my girl Tiff the Gift at? Where my girl Tiff the Gift? Where you at, Tiff the Gift? Pull up on King Kong. Tiff, pull up.
Yo.
City you in, Tiff the Gift?
Hey, I'm in Champaign, Illinois.
Hey, boy, beautiful. How you doing?
I'm well. I won't complain.
Thank you, baby. All right. Where you at, Tiff the Gift? What city?
Oh, I'm in Champaign, Illinois.
Champaign, Illinois. Where is your opinion, Tiff the Gift, on this Puff Daddy situation? Some black women say if he's not guilty, he should still go to jail for his past indiscretions. Where do you
know.
stand?
For what he's being charged for, I say he may be guilty. He may not be. I ain't the fly on the wall to saw
If
it off.
he's not,
But
do you still want him to go to jail for his past misdeeds?
the documents, you know, like the charges with Cassie and everything, he did her very wrong. So we got evidence. You know what I mean?
But
It's
answer my question,
evident that he
baby.
did
Answer
that.
my question. If he's not guilty of a federal crime, do you still want him to go to jail for his past misdeeds, including the domestic abuse of Cassie? Are you okay with him going down,
Yes.
even if he's not guilty of the federal crime?
Because if it was me, I want him to
But can
get
I ask
what's
you a
coming.
question?
I said yes.
Let me ask you a question. If black women care that much about domestic abuse, why do we have so much domestic abuse in the black community and don't nobody say nothing about it or do nothing about it?
I'm very heavy. I grew up seeing domestic abuse violence, so I'm heavy against it. I don't allow it, and if I see it, I report it because I don't get down like that. I cannot respect that. I don't feel like you're a man if you put your hands on a woman like that.
And I agree.
Now
We
it's
should
one
never
thing
put our
if
hands on a woman.
it's one thing if you're trying to defend yourself, get somebody off of you, but to just blatantly beat somebody and stump somebody out, wrong, all the way.
I got you, baby. Thank you for tapping in, sweetheart. Keep that beautiful smile.
Thank
All
you.
right, mama. Let me get one of my brothers at. Where my alpha males? I need an alpha male. I need an alpha male. Where is Sister Awakened Divine Energy at? Where is my Sister Awakened Divine Energy at? Where is my Sister Awakened Divine? There she go. Where you based at, beautiful?
San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, Texas is in the building. I only spoke in San Antonio one time, and I want to come back to San Antonio, but y'all got to find me a place to speak at, and nobody in San Antonio has been able to find me a place to speak at. What is your opinion on the Diddy situation? Do you agree, like many black women, he should go to jail, even if he's not guilty of a federal crime because of his past mistakes? Where do you stand at, Queen?
I don't agree with what Diddy did. I think he should go to jail for his past mistakes. Yes. Yes.
Now, why is that when you other men out here, particularly white men who have more than Diddy, and they never still?
Wait, I'm sorry. Could you repeat it again? Your question again?
There's so many other men out here, rich white, who are guilty of the they claiming did, and they have not been charged with a crime. That's
No, it's not fair, but but it's just like what he did to, all those innocent people just as a whole. It's, he should have a punishment for that. But I don't think it's fair. I think every race should be held accountable, for what they did.
God. God. Thanks for tapping in, beautiful.
Can I ask a question though?
Sure.
So, you had mentioned that you spoke in San Antonio, right?
Yeah.
And you are currently speaking in schools.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm in Austin, Texas, and I go to Houston Tennessee University. It's a HBCU. It's actually one of the oldest
I would love
HBCUs.
to come. Got an invite. Are you the sister who sent me the
Yeah,
invite?
yes,
Oh,
yes,
wow. Okay. So
yes,
when we going to make that happen? Is somebody from the faculty going to reach out to administration or student activities? Or?
yes. We're working on getting them to reach out to you personally because it has to go through them first. So please, if you can, please come speak here at Houston Tennessee University. It'll mean a lot.
Make it happen.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on.
No problem, sweetheart. That's not me. That was the sisters, yo. I'm crystal clear. I'm crystal clear. Where Goddess Khadijah at? Where my beautiful sister Goddess Khadijah at? Where Goddess Khadijah at? How you doing,
Hello,
Goddess Khadijah? Where you at in the world, Queen?
I'm in Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. What is your take on the Diddy thing? Some black women say he should go to jail even if he's not guilty of a federal crime because of what he's done in the past. What say you?
My opinion is a person should go to jail when a crime is committed. Based off of what I'm seeing right now, the domestic violence part against Cassie, he should have been arrested for that.
Back.
But that's not a federal crime. Um, like you said, freak offs and things of that nature, unless someone can sit there and say they were forced to do these things, it's not a charge. Those are people preferences, and I feel like when the money ran out, that's when charges started to come. My personal opinion.
That's very true. He's no longer a benefit to the power structure.
Correct. Exactly. And we see that a lot. When the payoffs get cut off, people start to talk. But when they were getting paid, when they're being financially compensated, it's all quiet.
Got you. Got you.
So thank you. And
Why do you
I
think?
love
Why
you.
do you think black women still want? Why do you think so many sisters want to see him in jail anyway?
I think more so it has a lot to do with the fact of trauma. Like we see abuse in our communities. We see how a lot of times domestic violence are overlooked when it comes down to black women. Um, for me, a lot of the people that are his victims are not black women. Um, he's a bunny hopper. He likes to, indulge in other ethnicities. So for me, I didn't see. I mean, the Tim Porter thing; these are all allegations, and I think a lot of times what happens is we get caught up in these conspiracy theories online, and it's hard for us to dictate the truth from falsehood. Again, the Cassie situation, that definitely was a crime. That was a crime that was committed, but that's not a federal charge. Like I've never seen
Hey,
somebody
beautiful.
get,
I love you too,
you
baby.
know, what I think. I personally think that Diddy should have been charged for certain things, just not
All
this.
right, King.
I think he could have been charged for theft, robbing former people that worked for him. It was a lot of things that he could have been charged for. Even maybe conspiracies to homicides. We don't know. But I just don't think that domestic violence for me has never been a federal charge. And living in DC where we don't have state charges, everything is federal. I can see if he was in DC, he would automatically go to the feds. But I just don't see, based off of the evidence that they are convicting him for, those are federal charges. And they're making it seem like it's some type of RICO type of thing. I mean, I've just never seen it. That's my personal opinion. I don't think that he should be in a federal court for those charges. Maybe state, but not federal.
Well said, my queen. Thanks for tapping in, beautiful. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too now. A lot of intelligent sisters and brothers on here. I like to see that. A lot of intelligent brothers and sisters. I like to see that. How you doing, beautiful?
Blessed be, brother. How are you
Where you
doing?
based at, Queen?
I am everywhere. I am in my truck in a state I don't remember.
You don't even know where you at. You might be in the Colorado Rockies.
I don't know
Are you
where
in the
I'm at.
Midwest? Are you on the South, East? Where you at?
No, I'm on the east. I'm on the east.
You on
I'm on the
the
east.
East Coast. What do you
Yeah.
think about this Diddy thing? Do you think he should go to jail even if he's innocent of a federal charge because of what he's done in the past? Or where do you stand at?
If he's guilty for the federal charges, he should go to jail. For the other stuff that he's done, I honestly feel like people should deal with him personally in the street. But
Where the street justice at?
I
If y'all
mean,
don't
come
like
on.
him so bad, where the street justice at?
I mean, for real. Because furthermore, whatever is going on is so much bigger than him. He's just a scapegoat for the moment. And a lot of other stuff will start to reveal itself, whatever it may be. That's what I feel. But yeah, if a brother guilty, it'll come out, go to jail. As far as the other stuff, like sister was saying about the state, man, let the streets deal with that. If that stuff is too old and they can't get it, they can't get any charges on them, let the streets need to deal with that. We got all these internet gangsters. We need some real folks to come on in and come handle. I mean, that's just me. Yeah,
I
so.
feel you quick.
I'm at work right now,
Okay, don't
Doc.
worry
I'm in the truck,
about
man.
But what's your take on the Diddy?
Nah, man. P. Diddy should not be arrested for federal crimes if they not giving us proof of a federal crime. They showing bottles of baby oil and all of this type of stuff. And what they're doing is they're preying on the opinion of public to prosecute him how we did Bill Cosby, man. We got all this ignorance on the internet, everybody making fun of it.
Yep.
That's the same thing we did to Bill Cosby.
Yep.
And I was guilty of that too at that time. But you woke me up from that.
Yes, sir.